Hello, thank you for being here. My name is Ed Lovato. I am an attorney and founder of Lovato Law PC, which is an estate planning and elder law firm in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. And today I'm here to explain to you how to properly fill out the New Mexico statutory form for an advanced healthcare directive and healthcare power of attorney. But first, I'd like to tell you what that document is and how some of the considerations you should have when selecting an agent. So an advanced healthcare directive, also known as a living will, is a legal instrument. It's a document that you can use to express your end-of-life healthcare decisions. For example, whether or not you want to be kept alive on life support or be provided artificial nutrition or hydration, if your medical team has determined that you have an irreversible and terminal condition. These are the choices that you would make with regard to your end-of-life healthcare. So for example, do you want to be kept alive or not on artificial life support? So the advanced healthcare directive, AKA living will, is where you would make that expression of your wishes. And you can also name a proxy or a healthcare agent who would be a person who has the authority to make your decisions for you in the event that you're unable to make decisions for yourself. And of course, they would have to abide by your expressions, your desires with respect to the end-of-life healthcare decisions that you've chosen. So what should we consider when it comes to choosing a healthcare agent? Well, first of all, it has to be somebody who you know and trust, and you have no question that they will honor your wishes and do what you want them to do. It's very common that we see spouses naming each other, sometimes children or, trusted friends or other people. The other consideration is really, will they be able to perform in this capacity in the event that they need to? So geographic location is also a consideration. It's not to say that somebody who lives far away from you could not serve as your healthcare agent, but it does present a challenge in terms of, just geographically, how is that going to happen? Of course, with technology today, we can do a lot of things remotely, so that's alleviated somewhat. But even so, when considering one person over another, you may take into account their geographic locations. So really, that's it with regard to the selection of your agent, somebody who you trust and somebody who can actually perform in that capacity when the time comes. And now I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see the form itself, and I'll explain how to fill it out properly. Just one moment and let me share my screen. Okay, so you should be able to see here what is called our statutory form for Advanced Healthcare Directive and Healthcare Power of Attorney. And it's broken down into parts. So this part one is your power of attorney for healthcare. And this is where you designate your agent. You would list your agent's name, their address, and phone number in this space. And then there's a space here for an alternate agent and a second alternate agent. Again, their name, address, and phone number would go in the spaces provided here. The agent's authority is spelled out here. They are authorized to obtain and review medical records, reports, and information about you to make all healthcare decisions, including a decision to provide or withhold artificial nutrition and hydration. You can also include additional comments or authorities on the lines provided here, or if there are no additional authorities that you'd like to provide, you can just leave this blank. Paragraph 3 says that this healthcare power of attorney would only become effective upon you being declared incapacitated. Otherwise, if you wanted to make this become effective immediately, then you can initial in this box right here where I'm circling with my mouse. Also at the bottom here, you want to put the name of the principal. The principal is the person who is making this document. So that name would go here, the Advanced Healthcare Directive of whomever the principal is. And that's on every page of this document. Okay, moving on. Again, that's where the name goes at the bottom of the page. And then part 2 is the instructions for healthcare. So again, this goes back to end-of-life healthcare instructions. This is where you make that expression of your wishes. So you can see there's several options, and you would choose which one you'd like. So if you want to have your life prolonged, then you would initial this box. I choose not to prolong life. or you can select I choose to prolong life, or you can let your agent decide. And so this again lets your medical team know, as well as your agent and everybody for that matter, what your desires are with respect to end of life healthcare, and whether or not you want to be kept alive on artificial life support. Same thing with artificial nutrition and hydration. You can select I do or I do not want, or you can say I do not want artificial nutrition, or I'm sorry, hydration unless required for my comfort, or just not at all. So these are some choices for you to make. Relief from pain, of course, we include in here that you want to be kept free from pain and discomfort. And then paragraph 9 here has to do with whether or not you want to be an organ donor. So you can say, yes, I choose to make a gift of my organs or tissues. You can make a partial gift and specify which organs. You can refuse to make any gift whatsoever, or you can let your agent decide. And so you would check or initial in the appropriate boxes here. And then if you have any other wishes with respect to your healthcare or end of life decisions, you can also spell that out here in your own handwriting, or you can even attach a separate sheet to the back of this. And again, you want to put your name on each page here at the bottom. Part 3 is information for your primary care doctors. It's a good idea after you've executed this document to give a copy of it to your primary care doctor. And so this is a place where you would fill out their information. There's a space for an alternate as well. It's important to know that a copy of this document is as good as the original. It does not have to be the original in order to be honored. So a copy is as good as the original. And you can revoke this at any time. You can change it, you can revoke it altogether. It's up to you, the principal, to decide what to do, so long as you have capacity. And then at the bottom, you will want to sign your name here. The person making this document is the principal, so you'd sign right here on this line, print your name and address. And it's optional, but we do recommend that you also have 2 witnesses sign their names, print their names and addresses. It's important to note that this document is valid. The only requirement is that it be in writing and signed by the principal in order to be valid. But of course, having 2 witnesses sign as well only bolsters the credibility of the document. And so that is it. That is how you select and fill out and execute your Advanced Healthcare Directive and Healthcare Power of Attorney. Thank you.